Montana biker, and today is going to be something a little different from me. I am going to be doing something I saw on like GMBN a couple years ago, where on the summer solstice they went out and they did like a longest day challenge from sun up to sundown. So right now it's 5:34 in the morning, and I'm going to be going non-stop, well, some stops, until about 9:25 tonight. I've got my whole bike packing set up because I don't want to get home and have a little bit extra to do. So I planned a route that hopefully I can't finish today. It's about like 120 miles, like 10,000 feet of climbing. And we're just going to see how far I can get. I'm basically up here in town in Helena, and I plotted the course out to Lincoln and back. And so essentially I'm going backwards on the Continental Divide route, which is good because I'm planning on doing that, the Montana portion of the Divide route, and I'm going to be starting the end of this month, start next month. So today's going to be really good practice for that, and I think it's going to kick my butt. I don't think I've ever done more than maybe 6 hours of stuff in a day. Today's going to be going on 16. So I'll check back in a bit and check in throughout the day, and we'll see how it goes. So about 40 minutes in for the day, just after 6 now. The sun's just starting to come up behind me, starting to break over the ridge, and I've finally made it to the dirt roads. That's where I'm going to be spending most of my day, on some dirt roads. I think basically until I make it back on this last road home. So hopefully I won't actually be on pavement again today. Maybe a little bit into Lincoln, going to downtown. But this is the start, my first big climb for the day. I gotta get over the Continental Divide right ahead of me there. I'll kind of snake around over to the right, but it's a pretty steep climb. I've done it before. Never done it with a 50-pound bike with all my bike packing stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Most of the way up the first climb. Oh, hawk flying away over here. I don't know if it's going to show up. It's always a nice thing about starting early in the day like this. You get a lot of chance to see wildlife. I've already seen quite a few deer today. Deer and birds mainly. Hoping I might get a little more variety of my sightings today. For me, the dream is always to see a moose or a bear. They're not necessarily something you always want to see up close. I always think it's really cool if I get to spot one from a safe distance. And just in case, I do have some bear spray with me in that little bag right there. So I'm officially at the top of my first climb. I'm about an hour and 40 minutes in. About a fifth way done with my climb already though, so that feels pretty good. I'm a little worried I'm going to go too fast today and make it home. And I don't want to, so I might have to figure out a way to extend my ride today if necessary, but we'll see. I'm trying to go slow today. That's one of the goals, just to practice going really slow. Whenever you go this long, you just can't try that hard. So yeah, just gotta go all day, find a good pace, which I think I'm doing pretty well. And I need to eat way more food. That's always a hard thing. And I definitely haven't eaten enough. But so far, 2 hours in, a little less, I'm feeling pretty good. I think today's gonna go pretty well. Welcome to Montana. The only traffic you'll run into out here is animals, not quite cars. Hi, cows. Ooh, I'm scary. It's okay. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm just passing right through. So I've been going for about 3.5, 4 hours now. And I'm going through this section of woods here that's just so beautifully green. A bunch of these red and yellow flowers growing through here. This is a super awesome section on the trail. So I'm here now. I have heard about this place on the Continental Divide. There's like a nice little cabin, little spot here. I actually just met the couple that owns it and that runs the spot. They're just down the road. They're really excited to see bikers starting this year, and it's just they're talking about how it's gonna be a weird year with everything being shut down and just now kind of starting to reopen, and like the Canadian border's closed still, so you can't do the full divide route. But one thing I didn't know here about their place, they have a bunch of llamas. And they're the goofiest little llamas, but they have like a few little cabins here you can stay in. They're super nice, super friendly. They were asking me, if I wanted to stay the night or anything. I told them that my plan is to get further than here today on the way back, but they offered a place to stay. They said there's a cooler with drinks already. They said they planned for COVID-19. They have a bottle of hand sanitizer by the cooler, so if you do stop by here this year, just wash your hands. That's all they ask. Yeah, that's a nice little, I don't know exactly what they call it. I know I've seen it mentioned, but it's just like a little bike lodge. Nice little spot right on the route. But now I have to get up my biggest climb of the day. You can see just going up this pass here, I think it's about 7.5 miles or so, about 2,300 feet. And then I'll be dropping down into Lincoln. That'll be halfway. I've reached the top of, I think, the last climb before I go down into Lincoln. This one was tough, really hard, really steep. It is a long one. I've been feeling good today. Now's the first time I'm feeling tired. How long do I have left? I'm sitting at, coming up on 6 hours now. So, still have almost 10 hours left. But I'm getting close to halfway. Stop for lunch when I get in Lincoln. Get like a whole pizza or something, and then come right back up. So I was coming down the pass. I think I'm getting down to Stimple Pass down into Lincoln, and I got a flat. I was able to plug it seems, with the bacon strip. I guess it never went fully flat. So now I'm just stopping here, filter some water. Oh. It's been a little bit since I had an update. My GoPro died as I was coming into Lincoln. I tried to turn it on and it just wouldn't. The battery had only shown like half empty, so I think it might have overheated. But GoPro and I both had a break now. Stopped at the Scapegoat Eatery here in town in Lincoln. Had a humongous burger and tater tots, and had a good probably like 45-minute to maybe even up to an hour break. Kind of longer than I'm into, but feel pretty fresh now. And that's good because I really did climb to that last climb before coming into Lincoln was pretty brutal. This one I think is a little bit longer, so it's going to be tough. This is where I'm going to start feeling all the hours today. I'm about halfway through, sitting at 8 hours right now. There's one thing I realized I think I forgot to mention. So this is my summer solstice full day sunrise, longest day challenge, sunrise to sunset. But this video is probably going to be up before the summer solstice, so it'll be pretty obvious I'm not riding on the summer solstice. I'm riding exactly a week ahead of time. But to account for that, I actually did check what the sunrise and sunset times are on the solstice. So I'm adding 5 minutes to the end of my ride, because that's the difference for next Saturday. But I can't actually do it next Saturday, so it's close enough. And this way, hopefully, I can get the video up before the solstice. And I'd hope maybe it might inspire someone watching to give it a shot themselves or do their own kind of longest day challenge. So yeah, just not exactly the solstice. 9.5 hours in now. And been fighting this brutal headwind, the biggest climb of the day, and I'm hearing trees drop around me like left and right. Luckily I'm not really in the trees right now. Makes me a little nervous about camping. Make sure you get a good spot in a windy day like this, because they call falling trees like that widowmakers for a reason. Just made it up. Whoa, got some wind. Just made it up the biggest climb of the day. That was rough. That, you can kind of tell looking back down there probably. That is a rocky, loose, and really steep climb. That was brutal. I'm glad nothing else is gonna be that hard today. I'm definitely feeling it. I'm at coming up on 11 hours now. This feels crazy. It's 4:11 and I've already been biking for 11 hours today. Great example here of how wind can be scary. These trees are on a trail I rode up 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. You could have some unlucky timing and be in a little trouble. You gotta watch out with the wind. Just got back here to the cyclist cabin who I talked to the owners of this morning. So I'm gonna stop here for a little bit, recoup, refuel. Probably go ahead and make my dinner. I got a little dehydrated meal. And then after this I'll probably have, it's about 5 right now, so I'll probably have a solid 4 to 4.5 hours left to finish off the day. Getting there. I spent a little longer than I'm into at the cyclist cabin there. It's hard not to with how friendly John and Barbara are. They're very accommodating hosts. But they helped get me set up with water, food. Well, they were going to set me up with food. They offered. I ate my own meal though that I had planned and brought. I got a shift. But yeah, I'm coming in. I think have about 3 hours left now, a little bit less. I'm feeling good after the long break. I have my last big climb to go up. And I'm pretty much home free. We'll see how far I make it today and if I'll aim to make it to the house or if I plan on camping at the top of the ridge tonight. All depends on timing. Gotta go till 9:25. Just made it to the top of the last big climb of the day. I just have a few little climbs left now. I'm at 10,322 feet of ascent and 94 miles. has been 14 hours. Sitting at 7:40, so sunset is in just under 2 hours. I think I might be able to make it home. Wasn't my original plan, but I might make it home tonight instead of camping. I'm sitting at 8:46 now, so I have just about 40 minutes left. I'm coming up to the top of my last climb right now. This has been a tough day. I'm gonna make one last big push to the finish, and I'll check in with my final results. Woo! Made it home at exactly 9:25. Could not have worked out better. My poor bike suffered 118 miles over 15 hours and 51 minutes and 11,434 feet of climbing. Whew.